Hi everyone, Engineer Liu here. So in the last video we talked about the pre-increment and the post-increment operator, and now I guess it's time for us to talk finally about pointers, which are play a major role in the C programming language. So as always, as usual, let's create another file here. This is a pretty extensive topic, so I'll try to make it as brief as possible, but I can't guarantee that. So basically, pointer is just a special type of variable that points to an address in memory where this type of variable is stored. Okay, so it's just that is a type of variable that points to an address in memory. So let's see that in practice. I'll create a pointer here, and see we use asterisk for a pointer. So let's create a pointer for an integer. I'll create here a number, I don't know, equals 2, and let's see what happens when I try to print the address of this pointer. Okay, so it points to an integer, and I want to see its address in memory. Okay, so pretty basic stuff. So let's compile. Example 12. Unused variable. Okay, oops. Compile again. Okay, so we got a problem here. Pointer is initialized in this function, so we'll see what will happen. Okay, so let's run example 12, and well, we got some address. Okay, so here you can see it's a hexadecimal number. It starts with 0x, and then we have the address in the memory of our pointer. However, we didn't initialize this pointer. What does that mean? It's not pointing to anything. Okay, so this address memory doesn't point to anything. It's pure garbage. Okay, so let's fix that, and let's make it point to somewhere. Let's make it point to, and when we want to get the address of a variable, or another way of putting it, it's the pointer of this variable, we use this sign over here. Okay, which I don't remember this name in English, but so we use this jar over here, and then we type the name of the variable. So now the pointer is pointing finally to a variable. Okay, so it will point to the same address as the number. So just to guarantee that, let's see the address of both number address, and then percentage %p for the address in memory, and then we can see the pointer for a number like this. So right and quit, and now I believe we won't see any warnings, and voila, no warnings whatsoever. And let's run example 12.0, and voila, we got the same address as expected. So what's going on here? So we created a pointer. Okay, so it points to a physical space in memory we created both of integer type, and we created a variable of int, and then we assign this pointer to the same address as number. Okay, so both now have the same address. And if we actually wanted to see what's stored in this pointer, where this pointer is pointing to, we can dereference pointer. So that's what it means, actually means to dereference a pointer. So pointer dereferencing. And it's an int, so it's %g, and then we use the asterisk sign again, and then we dereference pointer this way. So compile, run, and now we see now where this pointer is pointing to. It's this address in memory, which stores this variable 2. Okay, so pretty straightforward, no big deal. So what happens if we try to dereference a pointer which wasn't initialized? So we run into some problems. Okay, right? I believe you have guessed it. So let's comment this line. So our pointer is initialized. It is not pointing to any place in the memory, and we expect things to blow up in our face, right? So GCC warned us that we are about to run into some trouble, that we are doing stupid stuff. Warning, pointer is used initialized in this function. GCC is correct, it's not initialized, and we are going to run into some problems. So voila, the most famous C error, which is segmentation fault. What does that mean, segmentation fault? We are trying to read for a place in memory which is garbage. We haven't initialized yet. It isn't pointing to anything. So every time we run into a segmentation fault, it really means that we are using a pointer that wasn't initialized. So this is very important when programming with C and pointers. So of course we get the most famous error in C, and which all of us C programmers are very familiar, which is segmentation fault. Okay, so let's initialize this pointer again, and we expect to see this error disappear, and voila, we can dereference this pointer and see that it has the same address in memory, and it contains the value 2, which is the same value as the variable num. Okay, here we can see an interesting thing. Since we didn't initialize this pointer, it is null. Okay, so what is exactly a null pointer? So let's comment is over here. So let's initialize it as null. So null, as you can see, is a special pointer in C. So a special kind of pointer which doesn't point to any place at all, is simply null. Okay, and if we run, of course we run into segmentation fault because it wasn't initialized. Okay, so it's a null pointer. It doesn't point to anything, but it doesn't matter. It is initialized. Okay, and we can initialize it as null, and then we assign it to a number. Compile and run, and then we got then we can now dereference this pointer. So I think we could end this video here regarding pointers and talk about arrays. So let's start talking about getting to the domain of arrays. by talking about strings. Okay, so I'll create another example here, example 3.c. Standard IO. Okay, so if we remember from other lectures, we created a string like this. Okay, char string. Okay, and let's say that we want to initialize the string as I don't know, I call this pointers are fun. Okay, so this is a string, and let's print this string on the screen. Okay, so printf, and we compile. Run. Pointers are fun. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's print address in memory of string, and then we pass string. So what is going on here? So actually strings in C are just pointers, okay? And what is going on here is that these are stored continuously in memory, which we'll get to the next topic of the next video, which will be arrays. So there is an interconnection between arrays in C and pointers. Okay, so I'll be ending this video right here, and on the next video we'll see more in pointers in more depth and its relationship to arrays. Okay, so here a little spoiler for you. So see you next time. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See you next time. Bye.